when I help others, it's like helping myself or even helping God.
Yeah.
And I see it in the small, in the detail. It's like I come to Christians and I offer them my sympathy and my friendship, my time. Yes, I come to them from my heart. And then when I'm rejected, I feel this is a mistake. You shouldn't reject me because it's not about me, because you reject God. Because
maybe you're aiming at the wrong market. Maybe you should be aiming at the spiritual market.
Well, I can't help it. I feel, but I had to. I was trained. So in 2021, in that year, I was in a Christian forum, discussion forum, and I wrote about 4,000 comments. 4,000 comments. I stood there maybe like 6 to 8 to 10 hours daily.
Wow.
And this was guided because I was supposed to learn to deal with Christians, to learn how they think,
Interesting.
to learn the arguments, the Bible quotes that really matter, all these disputes and stuff. I had to learn this because God He wanted me to learn this because he wants me to go to Christians and talk with them. So this is, for me, it's like my fate. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I get that because today I was contemplating on renaming my book instead of Closer to God, because that was intuitively bestowed upon me. But instead of being closer to God, I was thinking, well, why don't I put Journey to the Self? Because that's what my book is really about. Because if the self is God, then it's a journey to the self. It's finding what we are here in this dimension. That would be a much more befitting, and I think it would hit the market, which would deeply appreciate, because Closer to God, I'm attracting Christians now onto my channel, and I'm having to get rid of them and insult them and block them and all this sort of thing because they're just
okay. Because you use the word God.
Sorry?
Because you are using the word God.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's the wrong word because, you know, if my whole channel is about philosophy, psychology and spirituality, the last thing I should have titled the book would be God, because the last thing on my agenda is religion. And I'm like, look, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So it must be for a reason. There must be something I need to learn from this. There must be a journey. Maybe it's to soften me up with, you know, certain perspectives and outlooks, and to become a little bit more like you, because I'm a little bit tough, to be fair. You know, we look at this and we go, well, this is my journey. Maybe it's my journey. Maybe I'll just accept it. I don't know whether I will change the name and see how that works, but what I don't want to do, I just don't want to keep attracting people that I have a great aversion to, let's say. Stupid, ignorant, dogmatic people are great aversion to philosophers.
So, okay, one more thing, maybe. Okay, for to end it, just there are the dogmatic believers, yes, on one hand, but there is like a counterpart on the side of spirituality, esoterics people. Yes, and this is what I would call maybe the I am part. These are people that say that everything is fine. Yes, everything is perfect. They say, I am God and I have reached the goal and there is nothing to do at all. And so they do nothing at all. They do not change. They do not practice. They reject any kind of serious practice. They reject everything.
So these are the people that have come to Christianity through Paul.
Through what? To Paul. Okay. Yes. Fine. For example, yes, evangelicals, they do not really want to do anything.
No, they think that if they just believe, and they don't have to believe, too much, they can
Yes,
just pretend to believe, then they're going to be saved, and they can continue drinking,
yes,
smoking,
yes.
whoring, gambling, and all these things, and it doesn't matter because they're going to
I
go.
know this. I know this so very well because I'm dealing with such people all the time.
Right.
And it's not really possible to change anything. Not
No.
the smartest thoughts, arguments, quotes
Yeah.
do not change anything.
Yeah.
But well, whatever. So I see these people that just always repeat the same stuff, like I am, and I have reached the goal, and you don't have to do anything. You have reached the goal yet, of course, and you are God. I mean, they say the same, but there is nothing. They have nothing. They do not have any experiences. They do not make practice. Nothing. There is nothing inside of them.
Yeah.
They're empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same like the dogmatic people. They do not have the essence.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is what I'm. So in my first book, I made 10 boards, illustrations with essential core messages, and one of them is called the highest self. Yes, in the beginning I called it the higher self, and then I changed it to avoid misunderstandings. I changed it to the highest self. But the point is, it doesn't help. Okay, it doesn't help, and I think you do not want to attract people that believe that they have reached anything yet, and they just have to recognize that everything is perfectly fine. Yes, and that all their problems are just imaginations. I mean, we know that people have serious problems. They do not imagine these problems. Of course, often people destroy themselves by negative thoughts and stuff. We know that. But there are serious issues. You cannot just remove them by thoughts. For example, so this is the other side. And I think the most important thing are people with a heart. The heart, because you can discuss with people all the time. If there is no heart, it doesn't help. But if there is a heart, then you can reach them. Then they open up. It's like if you have a girlfriend, yes, and you love each other, then many things are possible that normally wouldn't be possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's some open mind and accepting things you normally wouldn't accept. You start to listen. It's from the heart. It's
Yeah.
sympathy.
So you say then people with a heart, then they open themselves up to reasoning.
They listen. They are interested in you, and they listen, and then they think, and then they maybe change.
Well, that's reasoning, isn't it? That's reasoning.
The reason, yes, of course, you need reason. I mean, what is thinking without reason?
Yeah, but that's it. What is thinking without reason? But when you're talking about the other people, the dogmaticists, they don't think. They just repeat. They have been downloaded a little bit. That's all they need. That they're loved by Jesus, and Jesus said everything's okay, and so they can just go on, continue. That's all they've needed. And if you try to speak to them, you're going to come up against a wall because they ain't letting you in to all of their sins. And so that's why they've took that few pages out of the Romans, and it says that if you believe in me, then I'll enter into you, and you will enter into me, and we're going to live happily ever after. They go, fine, close the book. That's all they need to read. They don't need to read any more than a couple of pages in Romans. So by the time they've done that, then they can walk away. And if you try to question them on their actions, they ain't going there. They don't want to reason with you. They can't.
I cannot say anything else. I had no success up to now.
Okay, well, 2 hours and 51 minutes. That's a
Yes.
good one. So we'll call it a day on this one.